Get ready, because Banter with RichiebB Productions is launching an all-new podcast network. 4 shows, 4 hosts, 1 powerhouse of paranormal and cryptid entertainment all week long. Kick off your week on Tuesdays with the one and only Wojo, host of Home of the Boom. He's diving deep into the world of cryptids, Bigfoot, and the mysteries that shake the woods. Interviews, investigations, and the loudest boom in the cryptid community. Every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then on Wednesdays, prepare to drift into the unknown with Amanda Lombardo, your guide on the Phantom Navigator. From haunted legends to chilling stories from around the globe, Amanda is charting a course straight through the supernatural, plus guests who live to tell the tales. Catch her from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you dare. Fridays get a little darker and a whole lot prettier. Join Sam from Sam's Pretty Paranormal, where makeup meets the macabre. It's Sam After Dark, spooky storytelling, and her fan favorite segment, Cooking for the Dead. Tune in every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for glam, goosebumps, and all things ghoulish. And every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the flagship show returns, Banter with RichiebB Live, featuring RichiebB and Wojo. From updates to investigations to wild discussions, this is the core of the network. Raw, real, and always unpredictable. Spend your Saturday evenings with the duo that started it all. 4 nights of content, 4 incredible hosts, cryptids, ghosts, glam, stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. This is the Banter with RichiebB Podcast Network.
Good morning. Welcome to Banter with RichiebB Live.
Somewhere beyond the beaten path, beyond the whispers in the woods and the stories around the fire, lurks one of the greatest mysteries of our time, Bigfoot. For decades, legends have echoed through the forests, footprints left behind, sightings that defy logic, and questions that demand answers. But this isn't just folklore. This is a call to investigate, to explore, and to uncover the truth. Banter with RichiebB isn't just another show. It's a community, a movement, a hub for genuine research, real conversations, and boots-on-the-ground discovery. Every episode dives deep into evidence, expert interviews, field investigations, and the drive to seek what others say is impossible. If you believe in asking questions, if you're ready to get your boots dirty, and if you think the unknown deserves more than just a passing glance, then follow Banter with RichiebB. Stay informed, stay sharp, and maybe, just maybe, be the one who finds the truth hiding in the trees.
I love you, baby Jack. I want you guys to keep climbing. I love you, Mama. Bojo's gonna get us out of here because that's what he does.
That's right. Hey, nice meeting you all. Thank you for being on there. And yes, we are home of the phone. Let's go.
It started with a sighting. May 8th, 2012, a moment shared by father and son. Today, that passion lives through Stacey Brown Jr., host of the Bigfoot Underground, and he's coming to Banter with RichiebB. December 27th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bigfoot, Evidence, Legacy. Don't miss it.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the Banter with Richie B. I need a check on the audio. I need a check on the video. We should be on our 1080, baby. 1080 pixels, looking shiny and clean. Seeing all my old. What a kick-ass show we got tonight. I do got a quick announcement to make. I'll make momentarily after I get to my advertisements. Advertisements. Check us out on Dark Realm TV, where fear lives. And yeah, Ron likes saying home of the boomers instead of the boom. You get his joke? It's kind of funny. Media Squatch app. Check out the Media Squatch app. It is free. Put it on your phone. We are on there. I have uploaded the radio station information, and we will have the Bigfoot Banter with Richie B radio channel coming to you soon. And some of you I might actually reach out to and see if you want to put on your own show on that radio, because I got 24 hours to fill. And of course, HLO Media, HLO Outdoors. Check us out over there in their platform. They have a lot of podcasts. I don't know, from 2 years ago. I think they're right around the maybe half a year mark or something. A lot of good ones in the beginning and stuff like that. And, when I probably have a lot of bloopers in there you can make fun of me on. So, but that's that. I have somebody that I have creepily lurked in the background and watched for a long time. And I caught his footage years ago, man, on the History Channel. Well, there was another show before that. There was some before that. That was fairly new. But anyways, every time I get the opportunity when the footage comes up from his dad, and we want to pay homage to his father as well. He lost his dad a little while back, and God bless you, sir. And we were hoping to have him here on the 13th, and family first, as we always say here, right? We always say that. So he handled that business, and we respect that. But yeah, his dad and him were out in, I believe, the Everglades. I'm going to let him tell you the story. But yeah, they got a really kick-ass piece of thermal footage. And to me, thermal's a lot harder to, I don't know. It's just more genuine sometimes than what you're dealing with these days, right? And then I started listening to the person behind the camera. So, I watched his dad a little bit, but mostly him, and I watched a lot of his stuff. And every time he had an interview, I kind of want to know what the hell took place. Well, I am so blessed and excited right now to have Stacey Brown Jr. on my show on the Banter with Richie B podcast. Imagine that. Super excited to meet him. Down to earth dude, funny dude. He's got some problems with plugging stuff in, but anyways, we'll get to that later. Kick ass. And then I watched, he has a Bigfoot Underground podcast. You got to check it out. I love his setup. They're kind of outside by the fire with like a rocky type background. And I watched the one when he interviewed Les Stroud. And I actually put a clip up on my Facebook. I might share it here. I thought it was kind of funny. But it was awesome, man. What an awesome interview. And Les Stroud is such a down-to-earth dude, man. Just to watch him kind of joke and banter, right? To jokingly converse. We get a lot more done when we're good to each other. That's what I try to tell everybody on this show forever, and I always use his platform for that. But I'm going to bring in my co-host. Now, about my co-host, we saw Wojo say hi on the side. We believe Wojo might have the flu. He's not doing well. I talked to him earlier on the phone. He was pretty sick. We were out late last night. We did a 4.5 hour live. As you guys know, a lot of crazy things happened. We tried the Estes method, things like that. More visual. We didn't get really a lot of noise. I got some weird humming in my ear that was wild. But I'd like to try that again. And I kind of wish we tried it on the way out when we had all the lights again. Those lights last night were just, I don't know. You see one here and there. You get a crazy picture of it here and there. But last night, man, they were everywhere. It was just crazy. I don't know. If you haven't seen last night's episode, if you are not hitting the notify button on my YouTube channel, you are missing out on a story that I can't really go back and start at the beginning and explain to you. It would just take too long. I literally have to write a book. And we have discussed the documentary, but even that would be hard to explain to you. You have to live it, and you have to be part of the investigations. You have to be part of this. I need your critical thinking to help us. You can be part of it. even thinking about a documentary, I want to include everybody in it. You know what I mean? Like all you guys are a piece of this. I need you, so it's a very interactive podcast. You're all part of my life, not just my podcast. So just understand that. But let's get in our guest co-host of the night, for the night, I should say. You might recognize this person. I don't know. Everybody recognize her?
Oh.
Boom. It's funny.
Hey, guys.
All my sound is quiet. Can you hear everything fine?
I can hear you. Perfect.
Yeah. It's just weird. All of a sudden, it was great earlier. I think when Stacey went out and figured out that he had to actually plug in stuff for it to work, I think he kind of unplugged mine. You know what I mean? I'm like, how the hell's that guy pull that shit off from all the way from Florida? That was good stuff. So you want to do? Oh yeah, you want to do the Wojo thing?
I can't do the Wojo thing.
No, all right. You want to do the Sam thing?
Whatever that will be.
Okay.
Hey everybody, it's me.
This is Sam's very first co-hosting gig, man. I have catapulted her into podcasting and now co-hosting, and she's unbelievable. She does everything, and we just praise you, girl. That's awesome. I was going back to I could do the old school BanterWithRichieB way. That was fine. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I don't know. If anybody was to sit in Wojo's seat, it would be Sam. How's that?
Oh,
fair enough?
Honor in itself.
Absolutely. Let's say hi to everybody, Sam. I know they're all kind of clamoring to get this show going. And
right.
I did go into the Bigfoot Banter with Richie B Messenger and drop that clip in there of the footage. And I kind of wanted to get them all fired up on it because you know how they are. They're wicked critical thinkers. So they're gonna love it. Let's see. Z-Man was the first one in here. I said I better get a hookup before the internet goes off. Okay. I guess there's Houston, Texas. Hey, D-Hoo, is there something in Texas? They shut off your internet after a while or something? What's going on? Ernie says hello. Ronald's here. He was in third place. Yep. My brother and fellow investigation, let's call him Barry. Barry. Hey, Andrew, look up the biblical meaning to the name Barry and get back to us.
Yep. All
right, Barry. Kurt W, man, please hit that. That's right, man, working over here. I appreciate you. Let's see. We got Michelle Wilfong. What's up, Michelle? Alpha Joe. Look at all the legends in here tonight. And Pamela's here. Hello, Pamela. I said Pamela. Hello, Pamela. Sorry, first day with the new lips. My bad. Alpha Joe, I already said that. All right, cool. We got a lot of people here viewing and hanging out. And there's the Wojo right there, brother. We're trying to honor you the best we can. Please feel better. You do have a care package coming to you from Walmart that Miss Jessica has ordered right from the pharmacy. Headed over to you to square you away. Hey, that man's got me. I always got him. That's the way it is. Take care of family. Family first, right? Jean Tewksbury, the legend of Maine. What's up, girl?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, girl.
Hey, girl, hey.
Oh, there's Denny. Denny's the one who got Stacey started the other night on the comments. Arthur Mills, greetings from Texas. A lot of Texas in the house.
Yeah.
Awesome. Curious is here. Curious Cryptids. Wow, you guys are all fired up tonight. Make sure you message, hit those like buttons, get those emojis flying. Let's send this episode off the charts, okay? I want you all to go over to YouTube, Bigfoot Stacey. I want you to like and subscribe. Hit that notify button for him. And whenever you're in his place, hit the like buttons on all his stuff and get it fired up. Show him the Banter with Richie B effect that nobody knows about, by the way. But I'm just a quiet dude, right? And I'm in my basement. I mean, nobody knows. Nobody knows about us, right? Just making a little bit of noise. You know what would be good on your show too? I want him on my show, but I think a great fit would be Arthur Mills. Oh, yeah, he writes some scary shit.
Yeah.
Robin Smith, Tansy. Mary Newbert, sorry for your loss, Mary. Please give Peter a hug for us. Mary lost her mother-in-law and just the other night, and terrible holiday seasons, and always see that stuff, Denny says, great job on the video. D-Hoot is in the house. I believe everyone is on Richie's site, Robin. Yep, all right. Right where you should be. No, I'm just kidding. Previously Possessed, how are you, my friend? Tell your husband I said hello, and watch for the championship hoodies that I got coming in. I'll make sure I wear them on an episode for him. All right. That's the guy who played in the finals and beat him.
Oh.
Yep. Jason Kenzie's here.
Right.
Hello, Mr. Kenzie. How are you, my friend? Let's get Stacey in here. YouTubing's here. Wow.
Ooh.
Pulling out all the stops tonight. Great to see everybody. Happy New Year. I hope you had an amazing Christmas. This, to me, as a podcaster and a Bigfoot, I guess I'm always reluctant to call myself a researcher, but I guess I'm a researcher, right?
Yes, absolutely.
If you got a case full of evidence, you're a researcher. Too bad, right? All right, listen. Grab a beer, grab a snack, smoke a fatty, whatever you got to do. I'm gonna throw a dip in. You know what I mean? We're just gonna chill and we're gonna talk because I got some really cool thoughts in my head that I got to get out. I won't get all of them out, but I got to get these ones out. You ready, Sam?
I'm ready.
You ready for Stacey Brown Jr.? Let's go. Everybody get pumped up. I'm pumped. Let's see if Stacey's pumped up. Hey, brother. How you doing, man?
Super pumped, brother.
Hey. Good to see you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me on. Sorry about the last time.
Nope.
But, family doesn't let you know about family things until the last minute, and then they claim they told you.
Yeah, I know that. I got family members like that, like, oh, I let you know, and I'm like, yeah, no, definitely didn't let me know, bro. But you know what?
Remember that one.
Listen, we handle family first, right? There's no sorries. You go do that and do your thing, and I bet you it was your niece was very happy to see you, bro. And that's what matters. That's what it's all about, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I love it, and God bless your dad, and prayers to him and your family. And I'm going through it as well. I got my I handed out my mom's ashes to everybody this year for Christmas on a necklace, and it's a very emotional time, and it's hard to get through, man. So I'm thinking of you. I know how it is. Just know that you're not alone. You know what I mean?
Well, this year was like the first year where I was like, hey, I'm gonna have a good Christmas this year. And so like we hosted, and I had like 15 family members over here at the house. I cooked this brisket for like 27 hours, so I didn't sleep much. And then, we did all that, but it was great, brother. It was great.
I've been hearing a lot of that, Stacey. I had, like, for me, this year was tough, right? It was a tough year, business-wise, financially-wise. Like, all these things hit me hard, which hasn't hit me in a very long time. You know what I mean? I overcome a lot of things in my life. So I've been living comfortable. This year was tough, dude. And you know what? Having all my kids were here. We were up till 3 a.m. on Christmas Eve. Just we were just talking, and everything was all taken care of, for the tree and the kids and all that. But my older kids were here. We were sitting right here in my studio, messing around and talking about my mom and sharing memories. And I've heard a lot of that, right? Sam, did you have the same type of feel this year?
Yes, it was great.
It wasn't. It was just, I don't know. It was just family stuff, man. It was just all about family, honoring my mom and honoring my baby Jack up in heaven. And yeah, it was just awesome, dude. I'm glad you. I'm glad you felt that sense of freedom is what it is, because it's not healing. Yeah, you never heal, right? I mean,
no, you don't. Freedom. You go on. Yeah, because you have to. But
you know what, though? You know what,
making
brother?
the best of it, brother.
Yeah, 100%. You know what, brother? But I watch your stuff, and you're honoring your dad in a kick-ass way, and that's what's up. You know what I mean? And the relationship that you had with your father, or have with him even now, you can still have one spiritually. I mean, my son's here all the time. He's on my hat. He's all around me. This is his little hawk feathers that he gives me. So,
right on.
Yeah, man. Just, soak it up, brother. Soak it up. So, no, but I love your stuff. I love the footage you two caught in the Everglades of Florida, I believe. Is that correct?
No. We were in...
I was wrong again.
Yeah. We were in Torreya State Park, which is the other end of the northern part of the state.
Yeah, that's still the Everglades if you're from Massachusetts, but go ahead.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get you.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, so you were up in the northern part of Florida?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm located. But, we're going to the Glades next month.
Oh, nice.
So we still go around to other places, but I'm just going to the Glades to go to the Glades, basically, because if I want a Bigfoot, I can just Bigfoot here. There's no reason to go nowhere.
Well, that's the same with me. I'm 7 minutes from my research area, and I own 2 homes. My first wife and I had one over in we're in the Bridgewater Triangle. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but yeah. So I can just hop right over. I'm there in no time at all. And when I say 7 minutes, because I'm doing the speed limit, which is lame. So it's more like 5 minutes when nobody's looking. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we have an advantage. So we're out, a couple times a week on average in our area, probably more than anybody in this area anyways. You know what I mean? I don't know about yourself and everybody else. Do you get out? You said you were out last night with a guest. You told us that backstage, right? So did you go right out in your area?
Yeah, we went out. We tried a new spot. The spot I've been wanting to. It's kind of the more dense part. Like, I mean, when you think of swamps, this is one you wouldn't want to go in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of things in there that kill you.
Yeah.
So
make you dead.
and then the fact you're so far off. Right. If you were to get snake bit or gator grabbed you or whatnot, you're a good hour.
Yeah.
So it's that's a part to it, but it's really gnarly swamp, and it's kind of like Ochlockonee River watershed. Kind of breaks off into these. They're very close, but a bunch of different creeks running up into like Porter or Whitehead Lake, and borders a campground, but Whitehead Lake going into that area. Been a lot of sightings in that area back in I want to say it was like 2002. For some reason, I'm also wanting to say 92, but I think it was 2002. I have it wrote down. But anyways, there was a hunting group. It was this time of year. They were down there. They had their fishing boat up there, one of the camps, and I heard something messing around in their boat. It was just tied up down there on the hill, right? Because, some people have docks. This place don't have a dock. It's kind of you pull it up and throw your anchor out, and you're sitting on the shore, kind of the swamp. They heard something messing around in the boat, and they shined a light out there, and they shined it, and it was a Sasquatch in the live well of the boat.
What?
Yeah, taking out the fish.
Oh shit! That's a smart one.
Yeah. So they shined it on it, and it didn't stop. It just looked at them, and then was like, "All right, hey, let's see what's up." And so it then come up out of the water and circled the whole camp before going back into the creek. It's part of the river, but it was like it's a creek off the river. Okay, right. I mean it's all kind of the same shit. But anyways, it did that. It went back into the creek, and so you had like 13, 14 witnesses to this.
Wow,
it was a hunting camp. Right. Wow. And so they were all there for the hunting season, a bunch of people. They called FWC, who never kept record of this event. They called Florida State University. Some guys came down and cast all the tracks. From what I understand, there was a bunch of tracks cast, but you can't get a straight answer from Florida State or from the FWC. But the people that were there are the ones who are saying all this happened.
Right.
Well, because I'd love to see the tracks.
Right.
But anyways, we were off in that area. So
that's awesome.
The Florida Trail runs through that area, and now the Florida Trail runs from I think Key West is where it ends, and all the way to Pensacola.
Right.
So the whole state, right? But the longest trek of it where there's no town is this area.
Oh, yeah.
So you're talking 88 miles through the woods. Wow. Just through our county. And now parts of the trail are waist deep.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
In swamp water?
In swamp water, in the Sopchoppy River.
Yeah, that's a hard note for me, bro.
We've done it.
Different breed down there.
We grew up in it, man.
Yeah, you did.
So it's not a big deal to me. But
right.
I'm scared of the Amazon.
Yeah, right.
or like when I get to Washington State or like Northern California, that kind of spooks me out because I'm not in the water or nothing, but the bears, bro.
They're different.
The bears and the wolves, like it's just a different thing. But here, hey, let's go. No worries.
That's wild. I lived in Lakeland for a couple of years. And
Yeah.
I had a delivery company, and I was so scared of Florida, I paid extra money to under the table kind of cash deal, to let me stay in an over 55 community when I was like 27. And then I go out to go golfing, and there's an alligator walking across the golf course, and I'm like, "What the hell did I pay for? Did someone get this thing out of here?" They just hit around it. The guys just hit around it. I was just like, they just hitting the golf ball. There's an alligator walking by.
So that's it, man. If there's a body of water here, there's a lizard in it,
Right?
that wants to maul you. And so it was like when I went to the Pine Barrens. The Pine Barrens has all these like cranberry bogs.
Yep.
And so I went swimming in one. Well, because I like the where I was staying was right on like a beach at this place. Used to be a cranberry bog, but it's like 5-6 feet deep all the way across.
Right.
Fresh water, spring fed, whatever, nothing in it that will eat you.
Nothing.
And so I'm just swimming, and like psychologically, I need to be worried about something.
Right.
And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh shit, Jason Voorhees was in New Jersey.
Right.
Right. Like, yeah. So I'm like flipping out. I'm like looking around. I'm like, man, get your ass out the water and go do something else. You don't need to smoke that much. But yeah.
The Florida brain kicked in and you couldn't help it. Unfortunately, you were halfway across. You're right in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It never happens right when you get in.
No, never, dude. Yeah, I got a story about Florida real quick. If I may, Sam, is that okay with you? All right, no need to yell. So we lived down there. We had a business, furniture moving company, but we love fishing. So before we got a boat down there, we shared a boat, me and my business partner. We would pull up along these intricate like places that you weren't supposed to be in. There's always a sign in Florida telling you don't go here or go there or go here, don't go there. They're very well marked down there. It's not like up here where they just rot to hell and nobody cares about the signs and then they bitch that you're on their property. But anyways, neither here nor there. We're sitting there fishing on this bank. It's wintertime. Up here, right? Down there, it's no wind, basically none. I mean, more recently, yes, but when you're down south, further down. But anyway, so we were fishing, and these dudes pull up on a bass boat, and they go, "Hey, you guys aren't from around here, are you?" And of course, we're over here with park the car in the Harvard yard. You know what I mean? Like right away, we open our mouth. You can't say, "Yeah, I'm born and raised, bro." And I go, "Why you say that?" And the guy goes, "Well, it's wintertime, and you're standing on the bank of whatever place it was, like a swamp of some sort. I don't know, whatever he called it." He goes, alligators nested themselves into the mud during the winter to stay warm, right where you're standing." Dude, I flew out of there. I went through like 10 killer spider webs to get up to my car. I'm on the roof of my car, and I'm casting out to the water. Those dudes love stupid Yankees. It was funny as hell, man. I was like, I was embarrassed for like a year straight. Everywhere I went, I had a red face.
You can always tell. Like there'll be people that come down, and like I have seen this. Like they'll be fishing like at Natural Bridge. We're talking maybe 7 foot deep tops. They got some damn egg weights on there, bro. Like huge golf ball size weights and with like a hot dog on it. And I'm like, what the hell do you think you're about to catch? So I'll walk over sometimes and be like, "Hey man, you ain't caught nothing, have you?" "Why don't you try this, buddy? Yeah, let me hook it up like this and just give it a little bit." Like, I don't know where you're from, bro, but this ain't ice fishing. Yeah, you don't need that much damn water. You in the damn swamp right now.
Yeah, he's like, "Well, it did have ketchup on it."
Yeah, right.
Good idea. No, that's wild. So do you find now? How often do you get to go out? You're pretty busy right now. You're building your podcast. You're really getting.
Yeah. So the podcast was more or less a way for me to get back out to it. You know, because I hadn't been out. Like over the last year, we've been trying to get this place ready because we opened a daycare.
Oh, cool.
Right. And because my wife wanted to work from home, you know, and so we did that. And now it's my turn. You know, so I'm pushing my content, doing like that, getting back out in the woods more often. But I have been going. We didn't go as much last year, but we still got to get out, you know.
Yeah, no, I love it, dude. I love it. And for me, and I don't know about for you, again, you know, to go back to your dad, if I may, it's therapy for me. You know, this was my whole thing was started when I kept a secret for like 8 years about Bigfoot. I didn't tell nobody. I didn't want anybody to ridicule me or anything like that. But it was therapeutic to get out there. Like every time I hit the leaves, you know, it's just so much therapy in that, and so much, you know, honoring my son and honoring my mom and just being free and stuff. And it must be more so for you because you were Bigfooting with your dad, right?
Yeah. So I kind of had the opposite effect for a while.
Yes. Gotcha. Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, because after he passed, I'm going to be honest with you, my Bigfooting went down.
I bet.
You know, but, you know, just like with Christmas this year, my dad would want me back out there doing it. He would not want me bumming around. I mean, hell, it's been since 2018.
Yeah.
You know, but it doesn't make it any easier. It could have been just yesterday. Right. So, you know, he'd want me back out doing the things. And so I'm working on that because, like, I didn't even like to travel. I still don't. Like, I don't want to go nowhere outside of a few hours. I want to get back home. I have no desire to actually leave my house anymore. You know, but that's a goal of mine. Because, like, okay, me and my wife went Christmas shopping. It was the first time she had left the property in 3 weeks.
Really?
Yes. Then she gets up and she walks down the hall and, you know, back to the den, and now you're at work. And then you get off. And you just walk out of the other room. And what do you care? You ain't got to go nowhere. You know, right. Stacey's picking up the groceries or whatever on the way home. So I want to get there. But I want to get more back in. You know, getting out there. See, another problem is I've become kind of cynical on the topic.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, dude.
What triggered that?
The Bigfoot community, the whole deal. Like, okay, so I'm bashing my head into a wall trying to prove this thing.
Yeah.
Right. So you can only see it for so long. Like, I've seen multiple people roll through hoaxes again and again, and people continue to buy back into it. Right. So, like, and then you look at, like, the DNA studies. Okay. Right. We had a handprint we recovered from a property in Alabama. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fresh. Still had the sebum on it. We were able to collect that sample. I'm calling people. I call Cliff. I call Doug Highcheck. They walk me through how to collect this sample.
Right.
I can't get nobody to test it. It's sitting in my damn fridge, bro. It's probably bad now because I talked to Darby, who is the DNA study.
I know who he is,
He straight up tells me that's not what we're doing. We don't know how. I have the email. We do not know how to do that.
Yeah, they're doing hair.
It's a microscope test.
Yeah.
They're looking at hair under a microscope. Okay. So first of all, quit labeling it a DNA study.
Right.
But they're sifting through hair based on lack of a medulla.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Why are you looking for hair that lacks a medulla? Have you plucked one off of a Bigfoot? What are you basing that on? You can't base it on that. We haven't had a body to pull one off of. Bro, there's so much hair in the forest. Like, it is the most common thing. Just stop and look. At any given point when you're walking through, stop and look on the ground. It's everywhere. Just because you found a hair that doesn't have a medulla and there was a Bigfoot there, that doesn't mean it's the Bigfoots.
Yeah.
It could have been something else. And so you get into these seeing this again and again, and it's like, damn, this ain't never going to happen.
You know what's funny? It's in a strange way, it's refreshing hearing you say that, right, Sam? Do you agree with that?
Yes. 100%.
And you know what I'm about, right, Sam?
Right.
I mean, think about it, right? Tell Stacey what I'm about.
He's about real, genuine research. He's the realest that I have seen.
About people.
Yeah, the people. Yeah, he amongst all of like everybody else that's doing the Bigfoot and everything. He's had a lot of issues because of how diligent and genuine about everything.
Yeah, and what we've done is we've dealt with kind of the same things you have, right?
I've dealt with the problem. Yeah.
I have stuff in my freezer right over there, just like you're saying, okay? And we have a gift and chair, and if you ever watch Journey of the Gift and Chair on one of our episodes or one of our evidence shows, I think it would be very enlightening. We got fingerprints off of wrappers and stuff that we leave at the gift and chair. We have all that. I could go on and on and on, all right? I got sticks with peanut butter licked off them. I could go on and on and on about that. And it's so frustration. And then you get the wise ass that comes in and he's like, oh, you should have DNA tested it. Like, they know what it takes to DNA test something. First of all, you either get told to straight up no, or you get told to get in the back of the line like everybody else.
Yeah.
We had a sample of this massive area, part of me, of defecation. It was just blown out everywhere. And we're holding on to that, waiting for somebody to get back to us. We sent it off to them. Never heard back from them. It's like they keep it. I'm not even interested, man. I'm not even interested.
Like, so there was this push amongst the Bigfoot community to get handprints, fingerprints, the sebum, to collect that.
Yep.
I had it, okay? And then when you're digging into that process, I call... I'm friends with Todd Disotell, so I reach out to him. And he's like, Stacey, it's hard to collect that stuff in a sterile lab. He said, we're never going to get anything out of the field. And right. You're never going to get DNA from that. It's just going to be too degraded. It's like, second the sun hits it, you got the dew falling. Yeah. It's no good. And so that was also a big letdown, and then my buddy did a public records request during our filming of our latest documentary. And so he's like, let me get any reports and emails pertaining to the words Bigfoot, Sasquatch, skunk ape, swamp ape.
Yeah.
Okay. Any emails or reports. And how many do you think they would have? Just guess real quick.
362.
Okay. Reports or emails?
I'll go with emails on that.
Okay. How many reports do you think?
1,275.
Okay. So I knew of 3 reports, right?
I was close. I had the 3.
I knew of 3. Like, I was there for them, and they had posted one. So I knew of those, and I was hoping to get more out of it. They told us they had 0 reports. Okay, meaning nobody's ever called the Florida Fish and Wildlife and told them about a Bigfoot. But they had 73,313 emails.
Yeah, just like I said.
that pertain to that, right? And so they want $12,000 for them.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. Back to the reports.
Yep.
So I asked them about that one report that they posted themselves. And I said, Officer Ken White, Walton County, blah, blah, blah. And they shut our case down and quit talking to us. And so the whole basis to my last documentary was to prove Bigfoot's existence to a skeptic. Yep. In the thought process that, hey, if we can get the general public behind this, then it can be more of a push.
Yes.
Right? And so when that happened, his wheels started turning. He goes, dude, if you wanted to cover up something, this is how it would look. And it made me think, it's like, am I special and I happen to know Bigfoot is real? Because every day I think about it, I know, right? It doesn't matter if you believe me or not. But am I special? And the federal government that has, 20,000 employees in the woods at all times, they don't know that Bigfoot's real, but I do.
Oh, they know.
And I think that because science won't, for whatever reason, that's awful odd. Like, think about it. A scientist, you want to leave your mark on your field. What better way than to process the DNA of Sasquatch? But mostly they don't want to touch it, right? So if they won't touch it, we have to get the files from them. We have to get the proof from the people that already have it. Yep. Because it's never going to happen going out and Bigfooting and unless you come across the body.
Right.
Blood sample ain't going to help because at best they just come back with it's unknown.
Right. It's unknown, yeah.
Yeah, and that unknown can mean a various amount of things. The DNA could have been too degraded that they couldn't get enough markers.
Yep. Cop and his son, Travis, just came up and was posting his dad's information and stuff with Ketchum, and I thought that was very, very interesting. She tried to dilute it with bacteria and tried different things, and it was really wild. It was very interesting. And he's another guy, like yourself.
Well, like Ketchum. Okay, so Ketchum, like in 2014, had this DNA study, right?
Right.
She tried to get it published. Mm-hmm. Sent it to a bunch of her peers, Todd Disotell being one of them, and he talked about what a load of shit it was.
Did he really?
Yes.
About Ketchum?
Yes. He said she made this. She's trying to make DNA. And
she's altering it.
She's altering it, and it was altering in a
control,
not a negligent way, like not a you didn't know what you were doing, like you were trying to fool someone. You know what I mean? And so then nobody would publish her paper. So what did she do? She bought a paper. She bought a scientific journal and published it herself.
Really?
Yes. And then this was Melba Ketchum in 2014, maybe 2015. Justice Smaya was involved. It would be great to talk to Derek Randalls about it because he had money into it.
Will he talk to you?
He might talk to you. I mean, he would talk to me.
I'm just a guy in a basement. Nobody's talking to me but you. You're nuts.
I've talked to him. I've hung out with him before. But yeah, I mean, I have talked to him about it.
Hey, I get it. Wait, you be the host. I'll be your co-host for the night. And we'll
okay.
We'll double team.
Seriously, she sits there and she does this, and she's considered a fraud. It was considered a hoax.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden, she resurfaces. I don't know however many years later.
Yeah.
Right. And then now she's doing it again, and there's like angel DNA, from what I understand. It's like it's weird, right?
Oh boy.
Have you? I mean, you've heard this, right? This isn't news to you.
No, I've lived this.
Okay, so you know about what I'm talking about. Okay, how do you get that? How do we know it's angel DNA? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know the angel DNA part of it. I don't understand that part of it, but the fact that you brought up angels and Bigfoot together is absolutely insane right now with what happened to us last night and what we're all currently researching. Yeah, that's crazy. So what are you saying? How do you feel about her though? What are you saying?
I don't know her. I don't know her. I'm not going to.
I don't mean personally. I mean in the research field. Do you think it's hurting the field?
Well, so I know Todd Disotell.
Right.
And I'm good friends with him, and I trust that man.
Yeah.
And then I know what he told me.
Okay, gotcha.
And what he told me was not a secret.
Gotcha.
Like this shit was out.
It was
like,
out. Yeah.
It seems like the Bigfoot community has absolutely forgot and dove back in head first. Now you've got Dave Politis looking into it and like, dude, I know you're full of shit right now.
Right.
I know you know better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Just because you're not getting your result,
right,
doesn't mean that's where you're pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, hell, these. I'm not saying these creatures don't have abilities or anything like that, but how are you going to tell that in a DNA study? And then, like, how do you not know about what happened earlier? Is it, you know, like, are you not aware? Like, I've been in this game for a minute. I've been through several hoaxes that people have perpetrated. Like, you had the Daisy in the box thing.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, so that went down. They had caught some Bigfoot in the trap, and Daisy was in the box. It was all just a big damn click storm and shit. Well, that guy's still in the field and still got people.
Yep, and he's famous for them, right? I know what story you're talking. I didn't know it had a name. So here's my thing, right, Stacey? And you might be a great candidate for my way of doing things, right? Not that I'm smart. It just happened to happen. I'm being led in a certain way. I have a community that I've built. It's a community. It's mine. It's ours. It's theirs. We are just a community of people and critical thinkers. Like everybody you see on the side here, all participate in my research. Not just me out researching, me asking them questions while I'm live, or they asking us questions, or giving suggestions and answers. I leave the mainstream Bigfoot world out of my area. This is my world. I don't want you in it. I've already dealt with somebody I never knew that was from the area. He posted a picture of me and the Vogel brothers. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Freaking legends from Western Mass. Awesome dudes. And Wojo, my co-host, found this big track. It was so perfect. And the way it landed, there was a rock in the middle of it. So when you cast it, you get to take the rock out and put it back in. It was like an extra piece of evidence. It was beautiful. I'm holding it up for their festival they're having. You know, Dingleberry comes along, I've never met, and says, how do you call yourself a researcher if you don't know what a print is? Clearly, this is a double bear paw. And I'm like, I don't even know you, bro. I got 7 kids. Don't put my face on. So right then and there, that was it for me. I was done. I'm here because my son, like you said, you know, your dad wants you to do this. My son, I lost my son in 2022. I was laying in the bed in the fetal position, and I could hear him and feel his eyes upon me, looking at his daddy. And I'm over here going, dude, this is embarrassing. I got to get up. Plus, my son thought he did something wrong up in heaven, right? To break me like he did. And so I came out and told my story. I told him about 8 years of back in my very backyard, growling at me, trees getting broken, blah, 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 on and on and on. And I said, that's it. I'm not sharing nothing with any of those people anymore. So if there's something that I don't feel right about, if there's somebody that's a shit talker or the beliefs that, you know, oh, I didn't find it, it must be fake. You know what I mean? That type of shit. I don't want nothing to do with it. I watched somebody from that 4-letter organization on Facebook absolutely annihilate this guy. It was actually a kid. He was in his 20s. And just shit all over him, and then bans him from the Facebook page. And I'm like, are you serious? I thought more of you. I left that page. I stopped watching anything that they had, and I built my own friends and community, man. People on the side here are just amazing, man. They're amazing. And I would love to see you do something like that, because then it would be therapeutic for you. You know, and that leads into my question. Where the hell does it come up, and how old are you when your dad says, we're going to go look for Bigfoot? now, mind you, my 14-year-old Maddox was out with me when he was, you know, almost 13 or whatever it was, and we've had them run by us crashing through the woods, and that kid was scared shit. And when does that lead up to you? And what is your reaction to that? Do you instigate it, or does your dad?
It was more of me we both were into Bigfoot.
Really?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So from a young age, I was looking for Bigfoot in the woods across in my neighborhood and stuff, you know. And then I guess when I got around 20, when I was an adult, you know what I mean? I had kids. We started going out, you know. out there where I was telling you, we go to Bradwell Bay, where that part of the trail is like way steep. We go out in there, and we didn't ever really think anything was going to come of it. It was more or less just hanging out.
Yeah.
But when we ended up doing that, for a while, and then he had gotten, I think years later, he had gotten cancer, and he had beat that. But while he was down, I went to this lady's house in Chattahoochee, right? Me and my bass player were going to write some tunes, and then we had our encounter there, and I quit my music over that.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wait,
the way I see it.
Wait. So you were jamming? And
I was a touring
band, and then you had an encounter with Bigfoot?
Well, okay, so I was like a touring musician, right?
Gotcha. All right.
We were a regional band, I guess. We'd jump on these 3-4 day shows with these bigger bands. And we were doing good. We were doing well, but straight up, I had my encounter. We were out there writing some new tunes, and but it was just me and him, we were hanging out and stuff, and then had my encounter, and I quit to get away from the alcohol and the drugs. Lord knows I've done enough of all that, and
me too, brother.
Looking back on it, I see it because it completely changed my life. The way I took it, because I'm a very competitive person.
Yes.
I used to play football, wrestle, box. Yep. I will compete about everything. And I had to catch myself to stop. Hey, you don't have to be the best.
Back it down, good boy.
Yeah. But I had seen Bigfoot. I was right there by it. And then I get on Bigfoot forums, and I realize everybody is stupid. Everyone was dumb, bro. Like the way I was taking it, because they were bickering and arguing with each other and putting each other down. And I'm like, these fucking people right here, this is why Bigfoot ain't been found. But guess what, Stacey? You were within 20 yards of it.
Yeah.
It's out there now. You can actually hunt. I don't think these guys could go out and kill a turkey at the Walmart fucking cold section.
And they don't even own boots.
Yeah, they couldn't get a turkey out of the damn grocery store. So what are we doing? And so I dove in and head first, just hauling ass into the subject, putting all my time into it. And my dad seen that was important to me. Yeah. He hadn't had an encounter, and so he sold his boat so we could buy a thermal camera.
Really?
And yep.
So you're your father's passion, because it does become a passion to him. I think more so. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah.
The passion becomes from you, and you're the catalyst to this. But from what I've seen and watched and bits and pieces through your life, he gets into it, but it's quicker to go than you are, right?
Yeah. He's more of a skeptic,
right?
But hey, we could still hang out with his son, and I'm finding stuff. I'm in a good area now. I've finally found an area that, sure, the area we were in before is a good area, but not all the time. Right. This one area was a good area damn near all the time.
All the time.
You know what I mean? Not in the summertime. It kind of slacks off, and I have beliefs of that. But, it was for him. He then goes thinking about back through his life, is my son messing with me, blah, blah, blah. And he's thinking about times when he lived on the river, of things that may have happened that he just didn't know about, it being possibly a Bigfoot. But, we're going Bigfooting. We're doing our thing. And he, he calls me one day and he's like, "Yo, let's go out. You want to go Bigfooting tonight?" And I was at work. I was like, "Sure." And
Did you go at night?
huh?
I'm sorry. Did you always go at night?
Why are you gonna? I mean, we would go during the day too, but like, you're looking for an animal that.
You think he's more active at night? Yeah.
Everybody knows that, or at least they should. Sure, you can find evidence in the daytime, and that's if you're going to have a daytime sighting, it's most likely because it's slap dab in the middle of the feed time. He's out hunting. Because the animals in the woods, you'll notice none of them have weight problems, and this is because they become hungry because of the moon. Mm. The moon pulls at certain times of the day. It's just like fishing. Mm-hmm. Right. So everything in the forest during the major feed time, you'll have a 3-hour period there. And if you're smart, you should go the hour before and get to where you're going to sit down and sit there. And then you wait for the 3 hours. If you believe a Bigfoot's in the area, he could come through in the daytime. And it's most likely going to be through those times because he's going to be up and moving. Everything else settles after this. But you'll notice you may not see a Bigfoot, but you'll see a fox. Mm-hmm. You'll see coyotes come running through. You'll see the deer. You'll see a shit ton of stuff. Mm-hmm. If you're just sitting there being quiet. And so we would go at night, usually during the feed times, right? But we like to camp too. So you would go, we mainly use the daytime to get up. You can see good now. You can document trace evidence left behind. And at night, you could have your encounter.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could be the entertainment.
Yeah. So he comes and gets you, and now he wants to go out Bigfooting. Is this the night that you get this footage? Is that what you're leading us up to? Yeah. So we get the... He asked if I wanted to go squatching. I'm like, sure, and back to that thing of preferably in the daytime or at the nighttime versus the daytime. Right.
If we learned anything from my footage, it's looking at us, and it's pitch black. Mm. What do owls do? Yeah, sure, they can see in the daytime. They're mainly doing it at night. They're going to be more active during those hours.
I agree.
Right. So that was kind of, it's harder to operate at night, but they're more active during that time.
We have a lot of fun at night. We have a lot of fun at night, and I had a lot of activity in my backyard during the day as well. I actually have growling and stuff recorded, and we have a clip of 6 years later, the phones gave enough technology to bring him out. You could actually see him standing there.
Right.
It's wild. It's absolutely wild, dude. It's wild. So, all right. So you're saying in this footage, you believe he when he goes across, he's looking at you?
He's looking at us before.
Oh, on the left side.
Yeah, when he's behind the tree.
Yeah.
He does the typical tree peeking and sticks his head out and looks right at us. Mm. He's
now, do you hear any movement or anything?
Yeah, you hear movement.
You can hear the crunching and the kind of.
Well, like my dad thought it was. He thought it was like a raccoon at first,
right?
Because it kind of hung out on one side, and in his defense, there was kind of like a scratching noise, almost as if something was. It made sense when he said it was a raccoon, right? Uh-huh. And then he's like. It's 2 raccoons. Yeah. That's when it's sticking out of both sides. In the moment, he didn't realize that was one subject, right? Yeah. He didn't take the head shape and stuff. You know what I mean? It didn't dawn on him right away.
Yeah.
And then when that damn thing stepped out, it did.
Yeah. So I grabbed the footage, one I like the most, and I don't know if it's yours or not. So. Whoever owns it, sorry. You own it, right?
Yeah, I own it.
Yeah, damn right. Got a problem with that?
No. Well, no.
Stacey just trademarked it right here on my show.
Well,
beat it.
Well, that's the important part, right? Like, so there's a guy who just made a movie out that's really big, and he's making a lot of money off of that, and he used it and he didn't ask for permission.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on,
He's
man.
a bunch
Grow
of
up.
people. Yeah, dude.
What's wrong with people?
That's lame. But hey, it's copywritten. I
Oh,
do have
that's
the lawyers.
Dude, so eloquently put. That's lame.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, Sam, how you doing? You ready for me to roll this footage or what?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, here we go. You ready, Stacey?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because what you're saying, I want everybody to get a feel for it because you just kind of led us up to it, and then we're going to discuss more after. And this is one of my favorite pieces, absolutely one of my favorite pieces of evidence to me. This, like I tell everybody, this is like Patty, Freeman, and Brown. This is what I feel, and that's I got goosebumps just saying that just now. That's how highly I feel about this, Stacey. And I've been doing this a long time. People just don't know me because I don't like what we discussed. I have a wall up around me of community of people that I don't need to deal with that mainstream bullshit. You got a name that's involved and out there. You know what I mean? People come to me and they're like, who are you? And I'm like, yeah, I like that. Leave me alone. I'm here to discover. That's what I'm here for. All right, here we go, man. Creep on in, on in. Did you hear that music?
Yeah, I don't know who made that video, but that is funny.
I like this footage. I didn't hear that. Should we play the music? I mean, no, we're not doing that. All right, here we go.
I got 5 on it.
Get it, girl. Dude, that's in my set every day when I'm working. I'm telling you. Oh, let me see if I can. Let's see if I can bring it in for the people. Nope, I can't on that one. Oh man, you suck.
Are you on the internet?
No, I'm not sharing.
Okay, I got you.
I uploaded so I could actually control the size of it, but now it's not letting me. It's being mean. It's just giving me a radius. I could do that.
Well, okay, so look at that. Look right there. Okay,
Yep.
That in between, you see your hot spot
Right where the
on the
arrow
left.
is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got your hot spot on the left. You got a hot spot on the right. It's in black heat. Okay,
Yep.
so anything that's of a living temperature will appear black. In between it, there's a gap, right? So that is a tree that is 27 inches wide, right? Not circumference, but just width. So I could, like in the recreation photos on Cliff Barrickman's website, I'm standing behind the tree. And it looks like I've just taken a picture of the tree because you can't see me at all.
Right.
But that thing is both sides of it. So my dad, he's thinking it's 2 animals. He's not real sure what he's looking at this moment. Okay,
Gotcha.
but right at this moment, it is looking directly at us.
Right.
Because it does like a peekaboo kind of thing. It goes behind the tree, comes back out. So
I'm just moving it slowly so everybody can kind of watch it slow motion. You see that little black figure, guys? Now watch what happens. This is incredible. I love this. All right, you ready? Right there, he's looking at you.
Right.
Yep, that's almost what I got right there during the day. Whoa, you see that? That's a quick view of it here. Right there.
So that gap that it crosses is 9.5 feet.
Oh, really?
And it does it in like a 1 1/4, and now he's gone.
Yep, and I'm going to make it smaller so it cuts down the pixels for everybody, okay? Watch this. Get that stupid mute thing off the screen. Look at that. Dude, I love, this is the part that got me. This is where you got me. And this is where I was, why does that stupid pause thing up? Get out of here. Right there. You see the hand? Watch the watch the back hand.
He's like pushing off of the tree as well. You know what I mean?
Right there.
Boom.
Yeah.
That is a muscle motion. It's instinctual. You can't just simulate that, right? So think of this.
Bobo tried.
Yeah, that's true.
And it was really a bad effort. He gave his best, but it really was like it was crazy.
Poor guy that's out there in the mainstream. You can talk to him.
Yeah.
He's like the rest of my stuff. I think he's a fan. He just doesn't want to admit it. Yeah, that push off is what got me. And then as he's pushing off everybody, I want you to watch the lead foot. Watch the lead foot. And think of yourself doing what Bigfoot is doing. And think of it. I don't got it on loop, Rich. If I don't put it on loop, it'll. Watch that lead foot. When he pushes off with his arm. That lead foot, you see it? He's going for a landing. He knows where he's going. Watch that landing. That landing is smooth. He can see. Look he knows that land.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, watch how natural that is. He can see clearly. Remember that, and right there. You see that?
Yeah.
I love that landing, dude. That landing is badass, dude. That is unbelievable. So now you get this footage, right? Now I love the after story of this footage. And I was going to ask you to say, you probably have told the story 1 billion times. But when you get back
I expected to tell it anyway. So.
Dude, I just love it because it's so candid with your father's reaction that you share. I got goosebumps again, dude.
Yeah, so he once that happens, okay, so now you figure, okay, I didn't tell the beginning of the story. It's not too important, but we go down to the campsite, the Rock Creek Campground at Torreya State Park. We're like cooking ribs, if I remember correctly. I believe it was ribs. And got music on, listened like White Zombie. I think Muse was playing at the time. And
with Dad.
The knocks happen, right? And I tell my dad, I'm like, yo, did you hear that? He's like, yeah, I heard that. And I was like, they're here. And he's like, nah, man, that's just the wind knocking the trees together. Because it had like rained most of the day.
I love this.
Just kind of drizzled, right? And so everything was wet and still a little windy. And he's like, yeah, that's just the wind knocking the trees together. I'm like, okay, happens again. And I looked at him, I'm like, bro, they're coming from different directions. It's not the same tree. And he goes, all right, if they knock again, we'll go out.
Yeah.
And as soon as those words left his lips, it was like a grunt and a knock.
Really?
Yeah. And his eyes got big. He's like, oh shit. I was like, I told you he's here, man. So he's like, okay, cut the music up. And we tried to stoke fire a little bit, get some light up, and we cut the music up, and we slipped out. Like in May, those palmettos were pretty high coming out of the trail, so they're damn near over our head in spots, right? And the cicadas were super loud. The cicadas were so loud. And it was rah, rah, rah. So kind of like the perfect storm. And we get out there. He's walking. He turns it to black hot because of snakes. Right? So the trail, because the trail's well traveled, on black hot, with it being wet, it looked white. Yeah. Right? So it kind of looked like snow. And if you've seen a black spot on it, or a off-colored spot, it was possibly a snake. But he had this little headlamp in his hand, and he had his fist like this with the headlamp on, red. So if he needed to, he could open his fist a little bit and see a little bit of light. We're not throwing off no damn beam of light, right? No huge beam. Mm-hmm. And I got the Sony Handycam running, and I'm like holding him by the shoulder in most of it. I got my hand on his shoulder, because I can't see a damn thing. That Handycam goes for like maybe 5-6 feet. Right. You good if the Bigfoot's standing next to you. You know what I mean? Outside of that, you ain't seeing nothing.
It's too late by then.
So we're walking, and we cross the little bridge there. It's just a little like foot bridge, just like 3 foot long or something, across a little bitty creek. And Dad makes a left on this trail, and he thinks that we're on the blue trail, because like if you go up a little bit further, there's a wood shack to your right, and then there's the blue trail that goes around. And he thinks he's on that, but we're actually on a game trail following along the side of the creek. We hear footsteps coming down the hill, like the ridge. Don't go, because this part of Florida is like I would say mountainous, right? It's it's super hilly. It looks like you were to be in like, I don't know, northern Georgia, right? The grades are not that high, with the elevation's not that high, but it's not the flat sandy soil that most of Florida is. It's the only spot in Florida that's like this.
Right.
And so we hear something coming down the ridge. Now, mind you, the whole time as we're walking, we're hearing something running, like and then over here about 3 or 4 times, right? And he makes that turn, and we hear the running coming down the ridge. And so we stop, and he said, "I see it." And so he's looking up there at it, and
through the thermal.
Yeah, through the thermal.
So he sees something in the thermal before you got footage.
Yep. And he's like, okay, it's a coon. At some point in here, he starts recording, right? I don't know when that was. But he's like, it's a coon. And then he's like, oh, it's 2 coons. Okay. Like I said, the scurrying and stuff. And then I don't know what happened. He remembered that he stepped on a palmetto and it popped. Or something. He seemed to believe that I didn't really hear that in the video, right? But whatever. It runs across left to right, and it's going back towards the trail. Well, as soon as it exits the frame, he's able to pan, and then the camera goes dead.
Huh. How do I know that?
Right. And so he comes out. He's scared. He's like, it's looking at us. We got to go. You got your gun. Get your gun. I'm like, yeah, I got my gun. What the hell's going on? I'm thinking there's like a big cat, because that's what my mind goes to. If I'm gonna be scared of something in the woods, it's a big ass cat, right?
Right.
You would never know.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in this place, you would never know they were there. Bet. And so I'm thinking that, and he's like, man, it was looking right at us. It came to this trail to cut us off. Right. So my dad, he's a retired ranger. So he automatically always goes to that kind of thought process of defense. Right.
Yeah.
So it's trying to cut us off. It was looking right at us. We are blind. We cannot see it, but it is looking at me. And then at that point, we go back, tear everything down. We walk back. We leave camp. These things are following us.
You can hear them.
Yeah, we filmed.
Are you scurrying out of there? Are you moving? Are you curious to look over your shoulder? Like, give me, what is that?
I'm still kind of scared.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell.
Your dad's reaction?
He still ain't said.
Oh.
He still ain't said. I have no idea what he filmed. Oh, I know we need to get the F out of the woods immediately.
Because of his reaction.
Yeah, I ain't never seen my dad like that.
Gotcha.
I'd heard him tell me to get my gun a couple times, but that's because somebody was on the property.
How Florida of you.
Well, we got a shop and stuff like that.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that.
Shit. But yeah, a couple times we had to rouse somebody up, remove them, and those were the only times. And he told me to get my gun, right? And so he's freaking out. I ain't never seen this man freak out like that. And so when we get up to about the Boy Scout camp, it stops. The noise stops, right? So they're not following us anymore. We get back. My dad's just shoveling Starbursts. He's just eating Starburst, bro. Like, chomping them down, dude.
I can hear them.
And I play the DVR footage because the thermal we had, the FLIR Scout we had, didn't record internally, thank God, because we would have never got the footage.
Yeah.
It died. The DVR did not.
Gotcha.
So the DVR was able to capture that footage. And then we got that. We get the truck. I'm looking at it. I'm like, what are we doing? because here's the part of the story. When I had my first encounter, my dad told me. I called him and told him the next morning, and he's like, "Yo, you mean to tell me that people been looking for Bigfoot for 60-something years, and you just saw it, and now you're coming to the house?" He's like, "How about this? You come on to the house, I'm gonna punch you right in the face."
You're gonna fall.
Yeah, he's like, you need to stay there and get a picture, right? And so then I'm fast forward to now looking at the footage. We have footage of it, and I said, "Oh, hold on, big dog. Hold the phone. You mean to tell me people been looking for Bigfoot for 60 years, and we finally found it, and now we're about to go to the house?" The same thing he told me. Yeah. Right? And I was like, "We need to get our asses back out there." And he goes, "Oh, you can go right ahead. I'll sit right here in the truck, smart ass." He's like, "Take the camera. Take camera going down there, big bad ass. You know, you gonna go down there." And that was that, man.
He was like, so you were like, "Nope."
Yeah, no, I was good. At that moment, I wasn't comfortable.
Yeah.
Right. I would become comfortable and
I know.
At a dumbass thought process. Like I think about after I won Bigfoot Bounty, I had $100,000 research grant. Okay. So I got a Bigfoot for a couple of years. That was my job. You 9 to 5. That's what I was 9 to 5 in. Ride into the woods, or I go camp for 7 days or stuff like that. And I would lay on a tarp by myself. My dad would drop me off on the interstate or somewhere to wherever the hell I was going, and I will hike in because, like, you're not trespassing as long as you're along a waterway.
Yep.
So that's how I would use it to get into other people's properties, right? I would just follow bigger waterways, and it's like, hey, I'm 20 feet from the creek when I camp, right? And I'm just laying down on a tarp, small little fire next to me that I would, put back up if it got cold or mosquitoes got bad, and I just lay there, and that's how I would sleep because my thought process was, okay, I want to wake up. I want them to wake me up and, try to gain some type of thing like that. That was stupid.
Not the smartest move I've ever made.
No, bro. I'm out in places where there ain't no cell service.
Nothing.
Only one person knows where I am, and he ain't expecting to hear from me for a week.
Right. Now what year is this?
This is like 2014.
Damn, son. And what did you win a contest? Is that what you said?
Yeah, so Spike TV had this show called $10 Million Bigfoot Bounty.
Oh, yeah.
And they picked nine teams of 2, and they would put you in Bigfoot hotspots, and they would test your DNA. And if you got DNA and a photo of Bigfoot, you won $10 million. But if nobody did that, the last team standing would get a research grant.
Nice.
Right, and we were the last team standing.
Outstanding.
So, yeah, it was a stupid ass show, but bro, they took me. they took me to the Bluff Creek. I got to go to, I got to go to all these places on somebody else's dime. And I got given top of the line equipment, and then they take cool pictures of me and shit. So
it make me look really good.
Yeah,
that's how I got my wife.
But they
done. Woohoo!
But I met a lot of good people in this process, right? That was the one upside to it. But the other side was, having the research grant and actually getting to dive into it and just like full time. Yeah. Because like, hey, what Bigfooter's dream is not to be full time.
Oh,
I got to do that shit for 2 years. I'm trying to get back there, bro.
I know, brother. Listen, we're gonna try to help that. We're gonna push, man. I mean,
it was great, man.
That's what I love about you, man. You're just a down to earth dude. You sound a lot like myself, and I think Sam can attest to that as well. a lot of what you're saying is like my story, right, Sam?
It's really,
It's wild, right?
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. Listening to you, man, I'm over here going, damn, that exactly. You know what I mean? Like you have that tragedy, you have you have the passion. It's driving your whole life. And that's
but looking back on it, I think it was God putting me on another path.
All right, I'm done. This is crazy.
Because listen, like
we just went through this last night in the woods.
You can't make
I'm not kidding you, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, my band, we were doing good. We were played on the radio during the daytime.
Nice.
We would draw like 300-400 people. We were doing good. Like we were going to get. It was coming time, right? We were in that stage. You're paying your dues. You're making a name for yourself. You've got people coming just to see you now. It's going to happen, right? The radio's picked you up. Like, and I walked away from all that shit. And nope, I'm gonna do Bigfoot. And I think that was God being like, yo, you've had enough cocaine.
So I don't know if you know about me. I've been clean and sober since September 21st, 1997. Again, your story is a lot like mine, and the passion. And now we're leading down the spiritual path of Sasquatch research. To the point, I'm going to recommend you use an ovulus. Do you know what an ovulus is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we use an ovulus, and the messaging that we get from the ovulus pertaining to the current investigation will absolutely blow the brains right out of your skull. It is absolutely overwhelming, and that's what I'm telling you about building a community. Sam has some of the ovulus words. We all take we take a picture of it. We spread it out to everybody. All these critical thinkers get in there and start researching with us. So they're researching when we're not in the woods. That we're still a team. Kurt W. is another one that's part of the team. Benno has amazing insight. Robin has experience. John, Elder's amazing. Elder is Elder Medicine Bear Claw. She's an elder of the Blackfoot in she's in California, but she's amazing. She has insight in all the different things that the indigenous people do. To where she can almost put her, not almost, she puts herself right there. She tells us, to your left, and then we hear something crunching to the left. We're like, what the f-? So our team, it's a virtual team of people that we're all participating in this research together. And I would love for you to try to build that community. It'd be a little bit harder for you because your name and stuff, and because you were kind of plummeted into the mainstream.
Unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
So like you figure, okay, after I had my first encounter, I made a YouTube video about it, talking about it. It had 6 plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one of the people that saw it was a producer from the Howard Stern show.
Wow.
And he's like, yo, I want to put you on this show with Dr. Meldrum. And I was like, I hung up. I thought it was bullshit.
Right.
Dude. Anyways, it wasn't. He called me back 2 more times. I didn't hang up on him 3rd time. He hung up on me. And we did the show. So like you figure November, I'm having a Bigfoot counter. Come maybe January into February or beginning of February, I'm in Pocatello, Idaho for a week with Dr. Meldrum, going through everything. We're flying out through the Rockies on a damn Cessna, shooting this like pilot and stuff. Bro, it was badass. And but it was just kind of thrust into it. Like I never really feel I tried with any of this. Right. I just got in the damn coaster and buckled in. And it just went and so that's why I kind of relate it to something else forcing me into this, because I can't say I've tried. I mean, making the films and stuff, I like making films. I do other stuff besides Bigfoot films. I tried there, but outside of that, it just kind of happened.
Right. But where's your mind now, though? Your mind is. I sense that you want to separate from that.
From Bigfoot?
No. From the mainstream.
Oh yeah. Well, I just want to do my own thing, man. I just want to do because why do I want to play second pitch to somebody else? Like, I got my own ideas.
Yeah, you do.
I got the talent because I've always been into film.
Yep.
Right. And so I have the means to do these things. Like I have a damn cave in my yard. I have a means to put the podcast together fairly easily.
Dude, that's
right.
perfect.
And so why not? You know?
I love
but
it.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be. I don't even want to be like labeled as a Bigfoot researcher.
Right.
I just want to be some dude.
Yeah, but
because okay, so like last night, right?
Okay.
God bless the people that went out, right?
Right.
These people looked up to me, and it's weird.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't like it.
I've had a little bit of that. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's awkward, right?
It is. I don't like it. Like I don't want you to treat me like something. Oh no, Mr. Brown, we'll do this.
Yeah. We're equal.
Yeah. I could carry my fucking backpack.
Yeah.
Walk up.
I got one in the front and one in the back, bro.
No, but you'll get that, and where people think that you're something you're not. So like, I'll usually like lead with a story. If I start getting a hint of this going on, I'll kind of lead with a story that kind of like, yeah, let's not do this. I'm just a dude. Let's just hang out, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm not nothing special. And the fact that people want to hear me talk about Bigfoot fucking blows my mind.
Yeah. No, I love it. I
struggle growing a garden, people. That's what I should be good at. That's what I struggle at. Like, if he's good at a garden, hey, talk to that man. Yeah. I promise it's going to help out more.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love it. And I've had people that have met me and they're like, literally look at me and say, "Oh my God, I'm a little starstruck." And I'm like, "What?" I expected you just to say you thought I'd be taller. You know what I mean? Right. I thought you'd be taller in person. It's kind of wild, and that's one of the reasons why I'm reluctant to go local, like library tours and things. And we want to do a library tour. We're gonna do it because we want to for the research to kind of get out of my comfort zone. But I want to do it for the research. I want people to learn how to research friendly and kind to each other, not shit on each other. If someone says, "Oh, I saw a Bigfoot, he had 10 heads," let's discuss it and figure out what happened, because Bigfoot don't have 10 heads. But I don't have to sit here and tell you that you're an idiot.
Right. That's another thing. The Bigfoot community goes down this road where they're fighting right now over what Bigfoot is, and the fucking problem with that is, none of you know. I don't care what you say. You're never going to convince me that you know. Oh, Bigfoot comes to my backyard every night. Yeah, okay. What's his fucking name?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. You know what? Exactly. You don't know. But the one common thing that we all share is that we agree on Bigfoot's existence.
Right.
Right. So if we're there on common ground,
that's fine.
Why do we have to be ugly to each other exploring the rest of it? Because this topic has several different vestiges and directions it could go. Are they Nephilim? Are they just an ape? Are they paranormal? Are they a ghost? Are they aliens? I've fucking heard so many things. You know what I mean? And where I'm at, they could be.
Yeah.
It could be any of them, like.
Where are you at?
What's that?
Where are you at?
If I had to state, and we can go into this, I believe they're demons.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that came out of left field.
Yeah.
We could go into it, but hey, that's my thought process on what a Bigfoot is fluid. When I started this, I thought it was an ape.
Yes, me too.
Right.
I'm way beyond that.
But
I'm opposite ends with demon. Why?
Why a demon?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go back to the Druids, right, we get the term knock on wood from them. Okay, and so people would go into the woods and they would knock on trees for I don't want to say a wish, but like, yo, hey, my farm's fucking, we're about to starve. They bang on the tree, let my farm prosper, you know. And then if they receive the return knock, their wish would be granted. And so therefore we get that term from basically a wood knock interaction with a Bigfoot.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
When we get into the lights definitely have something to do with Bigfoot. 100% has something to do with Bigfoot. You're talking about something that can read your minds. What does the Bible talk about that? What does the Bible say about that, right?
Doesn't like it, yep.
Well, who would be able to read your minds in the Bible?
Demons, witchcraft, all that stuff, yeah.
Right. So we're having telepathic communication. Okay, we're talking about something maybe going through a portal, maybe accessing another dimension. Okay, but I shouldn't ramble on that. This is, for me, more personal experience. Because I don't know if you've done any paranormal, like ghost stuff. You know, there's a whole thing where if you're ghost hunting, you rap on the table and then you'll hear a rap back in the house. You can do a wood knock exchange from inside of a haunted house with something that's in the house, right? Right,
understood.
Demon shows up. We have what? We have a sulfuric smell, maybe red glowing eyes. What happens when Bigfoot shows up? We have this horrid sulfuric smell, glowing eyes, right? And outside of that, I'd like to talk to somebody who's really been into Bigfoot and your life hasn't went to shit. Anybody out there that wants to tell me their story about how their life got better after Bigfooting, I'd like to hear it.
That's why I wanted to come on your show, because I'm that guy.
You know, because I haven't experienced it, right? These things that follow you home, I don't think they're nothing good. And maybe there's good ones, maybe there's bad ones. Maybe we're at that. But I'm stuck right now on the whole. It's demonic.
All right, so let me offer you this, if I may. Have you ever been flanked? Okay. Did you get ripped apart? Did you get possessed? Did you go home and stab somebody?
No. I didn't personally do anything to nobody in a violent way.
Right. So typically, if we look up the demons and the history of demons, there's a lot of possession involved with demons, which is probably 80% their MO. I'd say 80 to be fair. I believe it's 100% that's their job. That's what I believe. To take that over, to make that life miserable in a sense, right? And I see what you're saying. There's a lot of controversy, a lot of hate. We just talked about it all and seeing that. But I got to be honest with you. My life is better for it. And I'm not trying to show you up in any way. I'm just trying to tell you I'm being honest. For me, can't the demon, right? Like we have fallen angels, right? We have the fallen, right? But they're still angels, right? So why can't they leave, from being a demon, basically? Say they are demons, but they're standing right next to you. They've never harmed you, right? You've had rocks thrown at you, like objects thrown at you. Any of them ever really hit you?
Yeah.
Did you get hurt?
I mean, superficial, nothing like.
Right. But they could have killed you if they wanted to.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and they haven't. So for me, because of that, and because the way when I stand with them, and I sound like a crazy person, but you don't know my story. If everybody, saw my story and watched the lives and watched it evolve, because that's the key is being on YouTube Live. People think I want to get famous. That ain't what it's about. I want people there with me so they can see it and feel it and be part of it. And as it's evolved, I have a sense of divinity, which is complete opposite. And for me, I've been in areas where I've had this light. You ever see lights in the woods?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have close up footage of lights in the woods. What's behind the light? We have a picture of it. And I'd love to show it to you sometime. And there is a little bit, I gotta admit, there was a little bit where I was like, oh shit, what's that? The horns and things. There was different things on it, right? And then there was another one where it wasn't that. You know what I mean? So I see where you're coming from, and I 100% respect it. And it is a theory, and why not? And it makes sense because of what you're saying, the knocks and the house and all that makes sense. That's an educated answer. That's somebody that has lived both sides of that and is given an educated answer, right? And
well,
now,
I didn't get down this road until
Right.
I got into the paranormal, and I seen the similarities.
yeah, right.
In
There's
the
a
two.
ton of them. I told you, use an ovulus. Where do we come
Right.
up with that? I have 10 years of experience of ghost hunting, as they call it. And the combination of the two is amazing. We did an Estes method last night in the woods. We're more than willing to try anything. We knock on trees. We howl. We don't give a shit. We light fires. We play music. We burn incense. I will try anything. And for me, maybe because I feel it's therapeutic to get out there. The woods are alive. It's amazing feeling. And when I come out of there, do you feel good when you leave the woods? Are you drained or tired? Or what do you get like?
No, I mean, it depends on what time of the morning it is. Usually.
But I
Right.
I like what Tyler says, and it's probably the first time I've ever said that, to be honest with you. Just kidding, Tyler. Some can be evil and some can be good, in my opinion, and I feel that. I feel as humans. I feel
So what would that be then? If some are evil and some are good, right?
I think what he's saying is some of it you're correct on. I think there is
No, I
that.
understand that, but why would there be a good side to it? Like if it's demons, is it something almost as in they're giving you what you want? Because I mean, we're gifting something, right? Most
Yep.
of us.
Yep,
We're going
I am,
out
yeah.
and gifting something, setting up a bait station, or you've got your certain spot, right? Is that not setting up? What do they call it? Damn it! Why am I blanking on it? What is that called? An altar? Are you not? What are we fucking with? Like, I think that it's naive for people to assume a good option on that. Just because, hey, it's better to have a gun and not need it than to need it and not have it, kind of thing, right? Be leery. Don't think a demon won't sit there and show you good to lure you in, right? And so this is what me and a couple of my buddies are kind of worried about it, right? Because the whole, have you heard of people getting tagged?
Yeah, I'm tagged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, like tagged as in
Marked.
like a GPS tag
Yeah, marked.
almost.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
People
So
told me
yeah,
I'm marked. Yeah, people have told me that.
like I live in a spot where there should not be Bigfoot encounters, right? But my house will get slapped. I'll hear knocks out my yard and shit. Okay. At the stage of the rest of the area around me, I shouldn't be having Bigfoot coming up slapping on my house. I shouldn't be in Alabama looking for Bigfoot and then my son having an encounter on the back patio. Right? It's kind of weird, as in like if tagging is a thing and they can mark you or whatever. That doesn't seem like a good thing. That's like the U.S. government trying to force the Patriot Act on us. Yeah, hey, we need to spy on all your cell phones to keep you safe. Like fucking hell.
It's so true. No, listen, I love the theory. I love it. And I think there is some kind of, there's something to that. I can only speak from my experience.
Right.
When is their end game then? They've lured me in. I'm hooked. You know what I mean? We've read the ovulus over and over again. You should see the messages within this ovulus. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Absolute, right, Sam? Sam's one of the researchers researching it, right?
Right. I've already been picking up words like when you were discussing today, like with the names. I mean, it goes to biblical with some of the words I've already looked up. It falls into like some biblical things. So.
Yeah, a lot of biblical messaging. A lot of it. Even the names. The names, like today we were given names. There's Derek, Barry, Tina. They're just saying. And then you look up the biblical reasons, and they talk about somebody leading people down this pathway, and we figured out that I was Derek. And then and then it speaks of Barry with the white head.
Right.
Right? The white head. That's Andy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's wild.
let me ask you.
Sure.
I know people lean into this Nephilim theory, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people do though. They
Well,
believe
yeah, I
maybe the Bigfoot are fallen angels, Nephilim, something to that degree. But why do they come to that conclusion? How do they come to that when the biblical descriptions of the Nephilim are nothing like what we have of a Sasquatch?
Right.
True.
Where are we getting this? I just want to understand it. I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing to anybody. It's a general curiosity of me.
I agree, yeah.
Of mine, like how are you coming to that? And it's interesting because like the Mormons, your four horsemen to Bigfooting were all Mormons, right? And so like Mormonism in the original Bigfooting, original Bigfooters was kind of big, and their religion has an explanation for Bigfoot. They believe it to be Cain or descendants of Cain. Right? Meldrum was a Mormon. I grew up a Mormon, so like that was something kind of weird thing we had in common. But I think people come, whether they're demons or angels or Nephilim or anything like that, a lot of us are seeing kind of a spiritual aspect of this nowadays. There's more of a spiritual awakening, It
is.
And it's just odd that a lot of different people are coming to that. And that's kind of my personal, like I would never make something and put this out because nobody would want to fucking watch that. But I want to hear like stories from people of why they have come to that. It's kind of the easiest thing is that'll turn a skeptic off, right? And at the end of the day, we don't need more of us. We need more skeptics, right? We need to turn more skeptics. Like, I don't need to prove Bigfoot is real to Richie. We're sitting here having a pissing contest about whose footage is good or who's doing correct methods, and it's just stupid, right? We don't need more of us. We need to, as researchers, need to grow the field. We need to lighten the mood to where it's not a joke, where it's not kind of taboo, because I believe once we have more people in it, because Bigfoot wasn't a joke to my grandparents or any of their friends. It was a thing. Right. And nobody talked about it, but nobody joked about it. And then sometime around the Patterson-Gimlin film came out, when that fake shit came out, they then suddenly, it's taboo. It's a joke. You're crazy if you're into Bigfooting.
Yeah.
Right. And I believe that was all like pushed by the government because they pushed the same thing with the UFOs. Right. And we have to, I mean, because you figure with the UFOs, the government spent 60 years telling us it was all bullshit.
Right.
But now they're going to tell you the truth.
Yeah. It's the same thing. I use that comparison as well. Absolutely.
Now you're going to believe them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they did the same thing with Bigfoot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And all this other stuff. And the only way to get this thing taken seriously is to pull the joke out of it.
Yep, I agree.
You know what I mean? Get people to turn their heads, and when researchers present evidence and things, they have to look at it from a fucking do I have a friend who absolutely will shit on me for showing him something? Do you have a friend that will just tear you down and tell you what a dumbass you are? I hope you do, because if you do, show all your stuff to them. And then until you get that person to go, then that's when you've got something. When you can turn that person. Otherwise, what are we doing except for feeding the nonsense?
Right. But a lot of skeptics won't even take that first step with you. A lot of them think it's such nonsense that they won't even step into the ring. And then I say, well, then
if you're friends with them, they will.
Eventually.
You know what I mean? If they're your friend, they will.
Yeah.
There's no bigger Bigfoot skeptic than my business partner.
Yeah, and I got a few of them that I'm going to slip a Mickey in their drink, and then they're going to wake up and I'll be the big spoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be like, all right, you awake now, bro? We ready to go? You right? I had an idea for a show a long time ago, Sasquatching with a Skeptic. And we picked one, and he just never showed. So, and then I had Bigfoot with a fan. That's how I met, my co-host Wojo. He was a hunter, wasn't necessarily a skeptic, open-minded, but he was in the woods all the time. I was like, yeah, okay. And then I got into structures and stuff, and let him just see for himself the structures that we have, and they were mind-blowing to him. And to me, there's reasons for them. So Benno makes a comment here. Demons are demons. Okay, you're doing good, Rich. Keep it up. Demons are fallen angels, right? Can demons gain redemption from God too, like people? Right?
I can't answer that question. They're falling for a reason. You know what I mean?
Listen, man, that's a fair answer, and that's what I like about you, right? You're real as real gets, and that's what you got to be, and that's what we need in this research field is real as real gets. However you believe and whatever you feel, express it so we can discuss it like you and I are doing now, right? Isn't this
right, dude?
This is how we get places, bro.
Like, because seriously, everybody that's not on this stream, the rest of the world, they all think we're fucking crazy.
I love it.
They don't care if you think it's an ape. They don't care if you think it's an alien. They think you're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So quit fighting with everybody and realize that you are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And you're nuts in a good way.
Yeah.
And you can get out there. And so it's funny you talked earlier about building a community. I talked about this on my last live stream. My end game with the Bigfoot Underground is to have a nationwide group where there's where we have all belief systems. Because you know what I mean? Because hey, there's ways, if it's an ape, we'll look at it. But if we use these things that maybe prove it's an ape, there's still gonna be lights.
Right.
Your camera gear is still going to shut off. The other stuff's going to happen. So what does it matter how you're looking for it, right?
Right.
But I want to have a large group to where we did a multi-expeditions every year. Nobody was charged anything. They maybe for permitting or food or whatever. But you have 200 people in a spot looking for Bigfoot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like actually put in the work. And I understand can't everybody walk like good.
Right.
Right? Well, you slap a damn dash cam and hey, y'all ride the roads all night.
Yeah. Right.
94% of the sightings happen from the road anyways.
Right.
That's who's going to get you. Yes. And put everybody to doing something, but an expedition's fine, but you usually only got 10, maybe 20 people.
Right.
Right. You're not going to cover the area because these things are real. They just may not be there at the time. They may be on the other side of the mountain range. They may be up down at the other end of the river.
Yep.
But if I got 200 people, all come together for the same cause, we could be spread out in that area.
Right.
And everybody can be looking in the day, researching at night. The amount of evidence you would pull off after one expedition.
Yeah.
Like the audio you would hear, you're talking about trying to cover like 10 square miles. You got 200 people to fucking do it or more,
Yeah.
And you set everybody to a destination, all well planned out. See what happens.
Yeah, get your drones up in the air, like Benno says, and get your trucks running down the road with a camera. Try it all, right?
Yeah, you do everything. You got people by boat. You got people, by the vehicle. Yes. You cover all aspects, and you all get along. And this is my pipe dream.
Yeah. No, bro. Listen, man. I'm telling you, you and I need to stay in contact because I'd like to share evidence that I found with you and get your opinion on them as a fellow researcher. No, I'm not going to carry your fucking backpack. Don't ask.
Hey, now, well, it's kind of the first step. It's kind of the first.
Join the Stacey membership over here on YouTube. $5 lets you carry his backpack into the woods, but then you got to leave. Back you, Bo.
But for $3, you can lace my boots because they keep coming untied.
Dude, that's so funny. No, I'm serious, man. Because we're critical thinkers, right? And we don't think all the way. I don't believe in, I don't believe there's a demon there in a sense, because I'm still safe. I'm still alive, and the euphoric feelings that I've had leaving the woods. Am I being lured for 10 or 12 years now? Maybe. I don't know if that's a long process, maybe a short process to a demon. I have no idea, because time is completely different to them,
It's
right?
quicker in Thailand.
Yeah,
you get some lady that lures you, and you wake up with no kidneys.
Yeah, I hate when that happens, bro. I'm like, a kneecap? What the hell did you need a kneecap for? You weirdo. But no, there's so many different avenues you can travel, and that's the beauty of people like yourself and myself and my team and my virtual team over here, is that we all have different thoughts, theories, and avenues that we travel, but we do it respectfully. And,
because at the end of the day, my mind is going to change again, probably.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Where I'm at right now, I'm awful scared that they're fucking something else.
Yeah, no, I can sense that, bro. I can sense that.
Right.
So you see this picture here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the lights. This is the light in the woods. We took a picture of the light in the woods. It's the only good thing that an Android phone is good for, is actually taking pictures. I didn't know if you knew that. And, but you zoom in on the light, and behind the light, there's a figure. I saw first thing live when we did it. I brought my camera over to it, and I went, "What the hell's that?" I could see the perfect eyeball. It looked like a human's eyeball, and above the light, straight up. And that was one of the pictures that we took. And we have a series of pictures of all kinds of different things behind the lights. So we believe the lights are kind of to disguise them, right? They use it for hide behind. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Yeah. So it's just cool stuff. It's interesting stuff. And I have a million of those things. Matter of fact, before if you don't mind, I would like to get 5 minutes after this show. I got a recording I would love you to hear.
Yeah, sure, man.
A quick minute and a half.
With the lights, real quick. With the lights.
Go.
So this place,
we're good.
Where, we were having the first light activity. It's to where I can call them, and they'll come up. Right? Yes. Weird as shit. It got to the point I showed the landowner, right? And these lights would come. We witnessed them come up out of the ground. Right? Every time that we would see their origin, it would be from the ground. Okay. So it got to where I told the landowner and showed the landowner and her husband, had my family out there and stuff. And then she called a bunch of people, and it became a thing to where there would be 10, 15 chairs lined up on the trail, and I would call the lights up. Well, one night, only night it happened, 2 of the people got touched by the lights. Oh. They both died within 2 years of cancer. Jesus cancer ate them both up. They got diagnosed and both died. And so it's why I'm like,
I see what you're saying.
I mean, maybe they're not demons, and that's fine, but I do not know what we're fucking with.
No, neither do I. And I say that to Wojo when we come out of the woods. I go, what have we gotten ourselves into?
Yeah, but cautious about it, man, because that demonic shit is real. I've spent some time with my buddy on the Conjuring house. I stayed there for a while. Yeah. That place is when you see things like that, and that's another thing besides the Conjuring house. They also have Bigfoot activity there. We made a documentary there, and they're fucking Bigfooting. We heard knocks from the woods, seeing red eyes, all kinds of shit on the Conjuring house land.
That's crazy.
There's some film about the Conjuring house. Hold on. Sleepless something. Hold on. Conjuring house. I'm going to Google this. They
what's it called? Sleepless what?
Hold on, I'm gonna find out. Okay, The Conjuring, Last Rites, of course. Not the Harrisville. I think it's the Sleepless Unrest. Let me look that up. Sleepless Unrest.
Yeah, you got a bunch of researchers here, bro.
Yeah, that's it. The Sleepless Unrest.
Here it is. Yeah.
These people are hearing knocks from the tree line and not being able to relate that that's a Bigfoot out in the woods.
Right.
But it's on the same property. And so what I think they did.
Yeah.
And I think when you have properties like this, it's like a flame in total darkness, and then all these things are attracted to the light.
Yeah.
The Bigfoot. So maybe if they're not demons per se, as we read them out of the Bible, but maybe there's some kind of something else.
Yeah. So my feeling is this. I started with ape, like everybody does, because of the things I was dealing with, stuff I read or shows I watched. I watched some. I got into watching local people on documentaries, walking through the woods. Alex Petticoff, Small Town Monsters, things like that. And he was actually on my show. He's one of my first guests, and really down to earth dude, but straight on his beliefs, and I thought I was nuts about structures and stuff like that. But
bro, so get this, he came out with me. Sorry to interrupt, but he come out with me, and we get out the vehicle, and I tell him, I'm like, y'all don't knock, okay? I was like, if they're here, they'll knock, and so knocks start happening, right? And then they're itching to reply. I'm able to hold them off about 20 minutes, and then they knock, and so the knocks stop. As we're walking back to the truck, a big ass blue orb appears and flies through the trees, and the whole time they're asking me, well, why do you believe that Bigfoot's something else? So we hear the knocks, and then they even say, hey, those are the best knocks we ever heard. They fly through the tree, and the thing, it kind of just dissipates, right? They all know about it. One of them seen it, and it was all an audio recording. And I'm like, there you go. That's why. And then like the next 45 minutes in the car ride, that dude sat there and tried to talk himself out of what just happened.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, great dude, nice guy. But he sat there and tried to talk himself out of it. No, that couldn't have been, you know what I mean? And it's why do you all do that?
Yeah.
Why can't you just be like, okay, wow, we just saw that. We need to think about that. We just had Bigfoot activity that we will all agree, everybody here will agree those were Bigfoot knocks.
Right.
They were coming from different sides. They seem to be communicating to each other. And then we see the orb, but that orb can't be connected because it's got to be something else.
Right. Yeah, no, but that's the norm for him, and I've watched certain things happen where I really enjoyed his stuff when I was a novice. It was perfect, but then when I was a researcher, it became different for me. I was like, you know what I mean, and to watch this shift on the structures and stuff sometimes maybe for the camera was an off. Kind of put me off a little bit too, because I was like, wait, on my show, you said basically, not in a kind way, he's a nice man, that I was kind of crazy thinking that structures were made by Bigfoot. And I'm like, well, but then all of a sudden I'm watching this, paid to play thing go on, and all of a sudden structures are cool to look at. So I was really kind of put off by that. So maybe a little of what you're saying, because how do you produce that and bring it to the masses, right? Like you said. As soon as you show that to a skeptic, they're gone. You never get them back. They're done.
Gone, dude.
Yeah.
Gone. They have
gone. But get them in the woods and have some shit happen. They're coming back. 100%.
Well, so like the skeptic and my business partner, we made Journey to Belief, and on the last episode, we're in the field, and I'm doing this Bigfoot decoy, right? So I've got our Bigfoot suit that we use for recreations. And I've got pheromone chips all wrapped around me, and I'm knocking, and I'm acting like an ape, right? And they're sitting off watching me with thermals, right? I ain't got no light or nothing. I can't see shit. I got a mask on, bro. Like,
what's wrong with you?
I have to keep touching my eyes to make sure they're open, right? But I'm seeing all these lights. We're seeing all these fucking lights. And then, so I'm doing it. I'm knocking, whatever. Hooting and hollering, and then there's a reply knock.
Oh shit!
And I was like, "Yep, I'm fucking done. I'm out here. These guys ain't gonna help me." But then when I get to Joey, he goes. The first thing he says is, "Did you see those lights?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" I thought it was my eyes. Like,
right.
I couldn't tell because I was in total darkness, right? But yeah, he saw the lights too, and it's still, he's more interested, but he's still a skeptic. He wants to continue doing it now. It's not a waste of time anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Can I ask a question about that incident?
Yeah.
So you're in this costume. You got pheromone all over you. There's all this activity, right? Can you tell the truth? Did you get it on with a Bigfoot?
Well, if I would have, it would be on that DVD. Unfortunately.
Let's be honest here, bro. Tell the truth, man.
Yeah.
No shame on the BanterWithRichieB show. You just tell it.
I would be awesome.
I want to play. If you don't mind, I clipped a little piece of the Les Stroud interview.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
And I got to tell you, dude, you're total natural. And I'm not kissing your ass or carrying your bag, but I'm like sitting here going, dude, so fucking chill. Because I'm over here all the time. I'm a high-strung dude. I'm always like, you know what I mean? So sometimes I get a little stiff, you know? You're over here reading off your phone and giving him his bio. I'd be over here, cheat sheet on my palm. You're very famous. You know, I would screw that up bad, but I absolutely loved it. So I just want to share. I'm going to share. Well, I don't know if I want to share that. Oh, video. Okay. Here it is. So I should bring it up full screen because just in case. There we go. Sorry, don't mind me. This one I didn't upload because, it wouldn't take it actually. For some reason, I don't know if there's some kind of copyright on it, so I didn't know if it wouldn't take it, so I had to do a share. All right, cool. So let me go here. Check this out, everybody. This is Stacey, Bigfoot. Now your Bigfoot Underground podcast. I'm saying that right? Why did that sound weird?
Yep, the Bigfoot Underground
is on Bigfoot Stacey on YouTube, right? That's where they find it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, check out his podcast, man. Check out his work. Awesome stuff. I wouldn't lead you down the wrong path. Trust me. And I quite honestly, Stacey, like to have people on that have a namesake, right? Like yourself. I'm not a guy that does that. I don't necessarily look for that. I look for things about the person and then bring them in to have a discussion. And that's where I'm at. But here we go. All right. Enough about me. Let's talk about me. All right, here we go. Now let me push play.
Stroud pioneered the survival television genre by filming entirely alone in remote wilderness locations without a crew or assistance. Over his decade-long career, he has inspired millions with his realistic approach to survival, environmental stewardship, and adventure. In addition to his groundbreaking work on Survivor Man, Stroud is also an accomplished musician, author, and advocate for reconnecting with nature through knowledge, respect, and resilience.
Kind of sound like a hell of a guy, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
I'm a bunch of bull.
Yeah, right? It said like...
I got to thank ChatGPT for that.
That's what I clipped. I absolutely love his response. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's because of the way you're being so candid. And I don't know the background relationship. You could be boys and whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, just that there as a viewer, dude, it was just so candid. And he's like, yeah, a bunch of shit. How was that moment?
It was a joke, right? So like that whole thing, I've known Les since like 2017. We've been good friends. And we were on a movie together with Tom Green. And so, I played Les Stroud's assistant and Tom Green's nemesis. It's called Interviewing Bigfoot, right? It's a stupid ass comedy, but but we became good friends, and so he was coming down to the house to film with me for his new documentary that he's got coming out, The Question of Bigfoot. And so that was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was like, hey, I started this new podcast. I wasn't going to do interviews, but fucking you're here at the house. Do you mind if we just chat for an hour or so? And he's like, hell yeah, let's do it. And then, I rag his ass. He rags mine,
That's awesome.
And it was really cool. You know what I mean? The people enjoyed it.
It's every bit of the 120,000 views it's gotten. It's absolutely just a great candid.
I think it's a 150 now. I think it's 150 now,
it's
bro.
been a couple days.
It's blowing up, bro.
Stacey, I got like 83 kids, bro. Settle. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
I only get
okay.
to look every couple of days at something. All right. Other than that, I'm changing diapers and chasing kids around. You know, it's just the way it is. You know? And I'm an old man. You know what I mean? My beautiful fiance is not old, so that's good. I mean, no offense, old ladies. Okay, I'm gonna put down the shovel now. Thanks for tuning in. No, but it's a great interview. I encourage everybody to go over and check out that interview. It's so cool. Two candid guys. Now, I gotta ask, because you mentioned it earlier before we go. I gotta ask this, brother. You gotta come back on my show, because I got like many things I still want to talk to you about that are gonna drive me nuts until it happens. What's with the cave setup, bro?
So my first feature film that I made called The Pit. It was a narrative, nothing to do with Bigfoot. Les starred in that, and me and my dad built that cave, mainly my dad. It's a half cave, and that was the set for the film, and it's concrete and rebar, right? And the day we finished filming that, the next morning, my dad passed away, or the next night, right? So, but the cave's just sitting there, not doing nothing with it. And I was like, you know, I wanted to do a podcast. We got the daycare up and rolling, you know, and I was talking to my buddy about ideas, and he was like, he runs a podcast called Saucers and Saints, UFO podcast. If y'all are into that shit, check him out. It's a good podcast. But he's like, call it the Bigfoot Underground and film it in your cave. And I was like, fucking gnarly. You know, and so
he said gnarly.
and that's what we did, you know. I do deep dives, you know, so like historical legends and historical stories, stuff like that. And then there's also interviews. You know, I had a Dogman guy on, and somebody asked earlier in the chat if there was evidence of Dogman in Florida, and I had a guy on who had a Dogman encounter like 5 miles from my house.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that was in my chat. I apologize if I missed it. That's my co-host job, but you know,
it's all good.
Just kidding. I'm a bad man. So I saw some of this interview. So he had all right. So do you believe in Dogman?
I believe him.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. See, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I haven't seen one, but I'm not about to sit here and be like, no, Dogman ain't real. No, I've talked to a couple of my buddies that I do believe.
Yeah. That's interesting, man. No, I think, you know, I'm starting to believe in different things as we go forward here, because it opens you up so much, like we were talking about. There's different, what did you miss? Well, Miss Elder Medicine Bear Claw, you have to go back and look at the conversation. I believe you were brought back in to check out the demon part of it, but you can clip to that and enjoy that later on tonight, and then yell at me in Messenger. I love you, Elder. You know I do. But that's probably what you were called back here for. No, that's awesome. So I'm just blown away by your open-mindedness, your calmness about it, but your passion about, you know, not being part of that other side, that hate side, that bad side, that negative side. You know what I mean? And your willingness to discuss even your theory that, you know, about demons and things like that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, be open about it, bro. Right. You know, just talk. Because how are you going to get any answers if you're not open about it and you don't bring it up to me, right? How are we going to? I thought we got somewhere with that tonight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, dude, and that's you can't go into an investigation. No detective will go into an investigation looking for a certain person unless they have reason to believe, right? Yeah. You know, but all options need to be on the table. It's like playing the game Clue.
Yeah.
It could have been Colonel Mustard, you know what I mean?
It's always Colonel Mustard. That guy's a serial killer.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. Ropes, candlesticks. It's crazy. You brought up Clue. I love it, dude.
But no, it's like that, dude. It's like that. You gotta stay open, and it's You never know. Some of these mean things you say to somebody, they may be at the end of their damn rope.
That's right, man. You're right.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't take any extra effort to be kind, even if you don't agree.
Yeah, man. How many times I tell you guys this? He's saying, he's preaching what I say. It's unbelievable because, you know, we don't. My goal was to push that shit out of my area that I live in and put New England on the map, and I believe we've done that in a sense where it's a whole story I could get into, but I believe we've done that mostly. You know, I truly do, because there's good groups set up all around that we communicate with. The Vogel brothers, Mike Tinsley, New Hampshire, Kelly Porter, Gene Tewksbury in Maine, Andy's over in Connecticut. Like, we got everybody surrounded. Got my boy Denny up in the North Shore of Massachusetts. And we're researching kindly, and we're not insulting people when they come in with crazy ideas or crazy stories. Oh, yeah, that's bullshit. We're not doing that. We're spreading the love when it comes to this stuff. Because, hell, even if you are dealing with a demon, you better spread some love and hope he gets onto it before he gets you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Come here, big fella. You know? Your dad is some smooches. I got my pheromone. I cannot believe you just said on the BanterWithRichieB podcast that you were in a Bigfoot costume with pheromone all over you.
Oh yeah, bro! I had the chips hung all over my body. I looked like that thing Chewbacca would wear across his chest. Just fucking pheromone chips everywhere, and that's all I could smell the whole time.
Oh my god!
Were you married then?
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that when you got home?
Oh, it's an everyday thing, bro. It's not out of the ordinary.
It's not
it's not out of the ordinary. So.
It's not out of the ordinary.
Oh, no.
That's just a weekend, you know.
Yeah, that was a Monday at 2.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're an awesome dude, man. I've enjoyed this interview thoroughly. I truly have, dude. It's I feel blessed. I really do, man. Again, I got goosebumps telling you that, because sometimes you connect with people no matter where they're at on their research or in life, and sometimes you get drawn to people, you know. And I was drawn to you as a person because I can relate with tragedy. I can relate with passion. I can relate with Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
And I just learned a few things about you that brought you even closer to me, that you understand the other side of this. Perhaps as they call it, the woo, right?
Right.
Which I got to admit, when I went home, I chuckled about those woo stories. I was like, oh, God, boy.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
And now I'm sitting out in the woods going, woo!
Yeah.
I get it. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh!
You know what I mean?
Right.
Thank you, Z. Appreciate you. So what we're going to do is I want to take you backstage. I want to hear a couple quick recordings and let you get back to your family. But I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your life, man, and just chilling with us and making it happen. I got to be honest with you. You know, Stacey was like very apologetic that when you had to reschedule. And a lot of times people aren't like that. They're like, sorry, can't make it. And then he made the point to make sure I got a date before we stopped talking. He did that. I didn't initiate that. He did.
Yeah, I felt bad, bro.
No, but
because I know what it is to set up a bunch of shit and then have somebody bail on you. And
it wasn't a bail to me. It was fine, and we had amazing Susan Ahern step in, the happy medium from the local area, and she was an incredible guest, and my audience was just looking forward to tonight, and I think it was worth the wait, you know, to them and myself. So I know it was worth the wait, but I want to talk to you more as a researcher going forward, if that's okay, if we can stay in contact. And it's just very important to me for the research. It really is, because when you find people that think like yourself, and it doesn't have to be like me, and part of it isn't, we already came to that conclusion, but there's other parts of it that are very important that I think needs to be shared with people that understand it, and then learn how to bring those other people in. Remember those skeptics that you told that would be freaked out if it was the woo and they'd run? You're right by that.
Yep.
We have to figure out how to get them into our communities, and it would be huge. So I want to thank you for being here. Everybody, I've been rolling it across the screen at the bottom, youtube.com/@BigfootStacey. Get over there right now and subscribe and check out his podcast. That's the key to this. Check out that podcast, man. Very down to earth. Great conversations, just real people. So I want you guys to enjoy.
I just want to say real quick.
Say anything you want.
Benno, I'm not carrying my backpack. Get over it, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. He's done like 10 of those messages, Benno, with us. Benno's in Australia. He's another very astute, critical thinker, dude. Very critical thinker, and he adds a lot. And it's cool that I have a Banter with RichiebB t-shirt down in Australia. I thought that was kind of fun.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
and by the way,
check me out, man. Y'all check me out. Bigfoot Stacey. You can go to my website, BigfootJTB.com, and see my new documentary there. But yeah, my podcast, Bigfoot Underground, every Tuesday and Friday, and then Sundays we do live, which next week that will be a call-in show. But anybody out there, y'all shoot me stories. Hell, say hey, you got questions, research ideas, because listen, if y'all got ideas at work that can get Sasquatch to come in, let me try them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to have an experience. Come on. Yeah. I don't think we should hoard those things. We should share methods and what we're finding and stuff like that, dude.
Hello.
Yep.
You guys have been on my show for how long? The man just quoted me. I swear to God, dude. You got to share. Don't be a gatekeeper. Talk about it, man. Talk about it. Listen, trust me, you lose money doing this shit.
Yes.
I'm not here trying to get rich. I'm here to tell a story. Get to the bottom of this shit. Thank you so much, man. Is there anywhere else that you got a movie coming out, documentary, anything you want to tell anybody?
Is
it
right
ready
now
yet?
Well, it's in the process, but I'm making a skunk ape film. Years ago, I made a skunk ape film. The skunk ape lives, but it's no longer available. But so I'm making a new one, and outside of that, I've got a feature film I'll be shooting this year. But y'all just follow me, Bigfoot Stacey, on whatever social media.
Yep.
Check me out. Shoot me a message.
Yeah, spread the word, man. Spread the word, and hopefully we'll get Stacey back again sometime, and when he's not so busy too, and we'll just chill out again and get kind of caught up where we're at with the research. I think the people would love that, and I think it would connect the East Coast. You know what I mean? Where maybe we can build that big community between you and I, between Massachusetts and Florida. Have a whole community. It's
gonna take something like that, man. It's gonna take people like yourself jumping on and then telling your friends and followers and stuff, and then teaming up, and we just meet up somewhere. And spend 4 or 5 days at it, and just as many people as we can get. No egos. We all want the same thing.
Yeah, dude, I love it, man. I'm your guy. We can make that happen. I know we can make that happen, and we're gonna make that happen with your help. Everybody here on board. You know how we do it here on the show. Tune in to the live episodes in the woods of Banter with RichiebB, Boots on the Ground. You got to check us out. Hit that notify button. That's the key, man. Hit the notify button. Get in there. I only ask a couple of things. Hit the like button when you do get in there and slap the emojis. That's what we like to do. We want to bring the world in, right? Bring them in. Show them how to do it right. Show them how to do it kindly. Be nice to each other. Spread the love and learn some things, man. Learn some things. Be part of it. Wear your headphones, right? Do some research live on the air, man. This has been a kick-ass interview of mine. In my life, I really appreciate it. It's been a gift, Stacey, to have you here. Sam, I want to thank you for sitting in. I know I took you from your family at last minute, and the house is probably destroyed. You got the wrong green beans bought by your husband. It's cats and dogs living together. Chaos over there. That's my producer, Sam. Catch her on Sam's Paranormal podcast on Friday. She likes to call it live, but I'm still going to call it a podcast. Check us out on the Banter RichiebB podcast network. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and of course, Saturday nights. Thank you. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit that notify button. Thank you to Stacey Brown for being here. God bless your dad up there. And I want to say, I love you, baby Jack. I love you, Mama. Love you, Ella. I know you're here. Everybody, tune in Tuesday night with the Wojo. Hopefully, it'll be better. We'll let you know. Wojo, feel better, my brother. Your Walmart delivery's coming, by the way, and you got to show your ID for the Theraflu. We got you, boo. We sent him a package. Dude's like, what did you say? Everybody on the side, I love you guys. Make sure you go over and hit that hype button after every show. There's a hype. You slide it and hit hype, and that gets it more attention, and that's what this show right here deserves tonight. lots of attention to get the word out to research kindly. Thank you.
Right.
Whew. Fucking look at, I had it on my palm the whole time. Hi, Stacey. My name is Richard. Thank you for being here. Everybody keep climbing. And for my boy Wojo, we are home of the boom.
Oh.
Let's go. Thank you.